Good morning, you guys. Sorry. Oh, so sorry. 1 minute late. Oh my gosh. I had to go refresh my coffee. Please say hey as you come in so I can see, because, you know, Coffee with Drea. I don't have Jesse. They're busy at the shop getting the rest of the orders out. Good morning, Lisa. Hey, Leanne. Hey, Tweety. How are you, Tweety Tom? Good morning. Good Monday morning. It's right now a pleasant morning here. It's cloud cover, which is good, and a nice little breeze. So, see my hair flopping around, just ignore it. Good morning, Mary and Sally. Hey, Lori, Sylvia, Cindy. Good morning, Vicky. How's your family? How's that beautiful granddaughter and grandson? Lily. Good morning, Tracy. Good to see you here. Hey, Huff. Hey, Huff. I saw one of your creations yesterday. What did I see too? Awesomeness. Good morning, Sandy. Hi, Debbie. Welcome this morning. Y'all. So, I gave myself an assignment, and I didn't like it one bit. Yay, Stacy. Oh, that always makes it so much more fun. Good morning, Miss Beautiful Shannon. Thana, I hope you're doing well. Hi, my blessing. Hey, Jane and Jan. I love that y'all say good morning, sunshine. Especially on mornings when I'm not feeling sunshine. Woo! Sorry. I didn't set it in there good enough. Let me do that now. There we go. Oh, gosh. Hopefully that'll work. The breeze is maybe have an effect on that. Hi, Kathy. Good morning, Brian. Good to see you this morning, young man. Had a nice conversation with Brian the other night. We both said we won't talk long, and a couple hours later we were done. So funny. And what's funny is neither him or I are telephone people. So we both found that kind of amusing that we stayed on the phone that long. Let me see if I can keep the wind from blowing my paper. Good morning, Carolina. How's my beautiful San Antonio friend? You be safe there in San Antonio. Hey, Lori. Lavon, good morning. You decided to join us on your 2-week off. Good for you, taking time to refuel. We all need to do that. Today is a new day. Good morning, Margit. From rainy Austria. Do you know, Margit, that my mother was born in Austria? Aw, thank you. It was fun, Brian. It was nice kind of talking over things and getting to know each other better. It was nice. Good morning, Scotty. Tell Jimmy I said hey. Good morning, Fredna. Hey, Stoney. Oh, it's my right hand, Deanna. Yay! My little cupcake. Awesome. By the way, your candy corn flour is amazing. You guys, if you want to make a candy corn flour on the UITC board, go to Monkey's Creations. I think it's her Etsy store. She's got, I don't know if she's got any kits left. She was running pretty low. You should go get a kit. Yvonne, you got your beautiful haircut. Hopefully not too much. That's right, Sandy. And we got Jessie got a new little rooster yesterday. Y'all probably saw on her page. He's adorable. And he has this little quiet crow for now. But I think our other rooster has figured out there's a new rooster in town. Good morning, Lori. Hey, Brenda. All right, y'all. So, like I said, I gave myself an assignment. You know that I've been kind of on a diet from the news and from Facebook posts, and I go in, do what I need to do, and get out, because it just got to be so overwhelming for me. I don't like being sad, and it made me sad. Did I growl? Meow. Sorry, Stoney. That's funny. Good morning, Bobby. Thank you so much for what you made yesterday on your live. I went back and watched the rest of the live. Amazing. Thank you for all your kind words, and it was a beautiful thing you made. I appreciate it so much. If you didn't see that, y'all need to go to Read Some More by Bobby and check that out. Hey, Scott, how are you? I hope you're doing well. I was going to give you a call today. Just, a check-in call. Okay. So here's what I did. I went in and I watched, I watched part of Scott's live yesterday and several of other people's lives, and read some posts and the commentary in the posts. The things I said I wasn't going to do, I did. Hey, Teresa, good morning. And I'm glad I'm on a diet from Facebook and things. I have been, I guess, protected myself maybe a little too much. I didn't realize all the things going on. Hi, Joanne. How are you? Good morning, Teeny. To say that we live in uncertain times right now is probably minimal. And uncertain simply means unpredictable. We don't know from one day to the next what's going to happen, who's going to be upset. But I've noticed that a lot of people seem to be taking on other people's drama, other people's problems onto themselves, taking it personally, and then attacking the person who has made a post or who has made a comment or whatever on a live. First of all, let me say this. Those of you that are doing lives, thank you so much for trying so hard to keep... Hi, Joey and Francis. Good morning. Thank you for doing that and trying to keep an air of positivity going. I'm so sorry, and though you guys that have done these lives know who you are, so I won't be specific. I'm so sorry that you've had negative Nellies, crazy Karens, whatever, coming into your lives and making negative commentary either about you or about a situation that has nothing really to do with them. I am so sorry. I have found myself praying for so many people that I don't even know. Some I do, but that I don't even know, because it's worrisome that we feel like it's okay to just be ugly. It is not okay. It's time for us to, if we can't be kind and uplifting, just be quiet. Just move on. If you don't like what you see or hear, go on. Move. You don't have to take the time to harm another person's psyche, to make them feel bad or poorly, or to cause anxiety in them. How cruel is that? No, we don't need to be doing that. It's right, Jan. Stay in your lane and keep your mouth shut. Not my monkeys, not my circus. Well, you know what I've always said. Not my pasture, not my bull, not my bull hockey. Just saying. Because that's what a lot of it is. It's just craziness. Listen, I might quote a scripture or two today, so if you're not a believer, I'm not going to apologize for that. Just know that it's fine. You don't have to be a believer or a Christian to get where I'm going. I'm not going to get overly preachy. I have not been called to be a minister. But first of all, just because our beliefs are different or we believe differently doesn't mean that that other person is against us or is our enemy. And even if they were our enemy, you know what Jesus said? Love your enemy as yourself. What? What? Yes. You know, there's been many songs written in my generation, love is all you need kind of things. And there's so much truth to that. And we need to learn to accept people for who they are, for their humanity, not based on any other thing like skin color or their lifestyle or any of that. Just treat people kindly based on who they are. That doesn't mean you need to stand there and be slapped over and over and over. Walk away is what you need to do. If it's a situation you can't handle, don't get yourself involved in it, and quit telling people they have to take a side. I see a lot of that. Even Damon had to post a post because people are like, why aren't you taking a side? Well, y'all, this is not about taking a side. It's about doing the right thing for the right reasons and not getting involved in doing the wrong thing for the right reasons. I hope that makes sense. Be the example you want to see. Absolutely, Bobby. Well said. The loudest noise is just voting in November. Yes, it is. So I've been disheartened, like I said, by what I've seen and read. And then I was really glad that I had taken the break. I'm not a newsy person anyway. I used to be. You have to keep informed, but you don't have to keep informed by going in and giving engagement to the negativity that's out there. The more engagement we give the negativity, the more the negativity feels approval versus stop being negative. Let's be positive. Let's find strength in joy, in choosing that joy, in cultivating that joy. Brian, it's not really anything new. It's just that I thought that, you know, there was a little bit of mess going on in commentaries, but I've seen some and it was really sad, and it made me sad. And sometimes we misunderstand things that are said or done. We misunderstand it, or it could be missaid, or we don't misunderstand, but we make ugly comments, and they're really not necessary, I don't think. You know, and if our burdens are heavy for us, which they are for almost everybody, not just here in America, but throughout the world. But let's talk about our country. North America, which includes Canada, because I don't want to leave my Canadian buddies out for sure. We all need to start counting our blessings because we've all got them. We need to begin treating others the way we want to be treated. I mean, do you really want to be treated and talked to the way some people are talking to others? I hope not. We do live in a strange and difficult time. But you know what, that power that I talk about? We have the power to choose our battles. Personally, I don't want to battle anything right now. I want to love everybody. I want to support everybody that's working in a positive way to affect change. Jesus told us to take his yoke upon us because his yoke was kindly and light. You know, a yoke nowadays as well as back then was when they would strap that piece. Back then it was wood, now it's not so much wood, but for the beast of burden to plow a field, etc. But when there were two on one yoke, that one bar, it made the load lighter. So If you are feeling burdened down, first of all, if you are a believer, pray. He's there for you. I promise he's going to help you through. He may not take the situations that we face right now away right away, but he will help you make it through. Also, reach out to a friend, a trusted friend, someone that helps build you up or uplift you. Don't reach out to that friend that finds the negative in things. Not that they're bad people, but this isn't the time to reach out to those friends. This is the time to reach out to those that will uplift you and help carry that burden that you feel. But remember not to take on what isn't yours. If it's not yours, why burden yourself with it? That's right, Jan. That's exactly how I feel. You can't know when I go into a friend's live and I see some things said and I want to just attack, and I think, no, just be quiet. Instead, make positive comments. Remind that friend that's on that live or making that post how you feel about them. Encourage them. Don't encourage the negativity. Encourage the person they are being negative to. Does that make sense? Let me go backwards and catch up real quick. Sorry. Oh, you're welcome, Debbie. Oh, y'all, I'm sorry. My phone just wants to keep sliding out today. Absolutely, Josie. I'm a big believer in treat others as you wish to be. That's funny, Brian Lane Designs, that you stay in your own lane. Get it? Absolutely, and that, you know, and also you do need to do some self-care right now. Self-care might be the need to refuel, the need to take a break from your business, from just your everyday life. And by that I don't mean go rush out to the beach because they're closed. But just give yourself some, first of all, give yourself some grace. It's a difficult time. We're all feeling it. We're all, I mean, it's the topic of conversation with pretty much anyone I know. But if you give yourself some self-care, soak in some of that joy, cultivate, practice, read something positive, watch a great movie, a happy movie, or whatever movie it is that makes you happy. You know, call a friend. Y'all, we all need to be reminded that we are of value. Every single person on the face of this earth has value. That value is part of your character. Now, you can use that value to build a positive character, or you can use that value to build a negative character. The choice is yours. We are creatures of free will. So you can choose the negative line, or you can choose the positive line. There's really not a middle ground. You're either one way or the other. Not that we don't all have negative moments, but I mean your overall character. Who you hanging out with? Who, whether it's online or in person or by phone or television. Who you letting into your home off that TV? You letting all the negative stuff in that's out there? Or are you trying to get some positivity in? You feel the vibe in your home. You build your character. That's within your power and your value. And there goes that dadgum air conditioner. I'm so sorry. So study positivity. Read positivity. Take some time for yourself. Go out in your yard. If you can't walk in your neighborhood, go out in your yard and just sit and enjoy the weather, whatever that weather might be. Soak in some of that vitamin D if you've got it, if you've got the sunshine. It's good for you. It's good for the soul. So taking care of yourself, you know, it's like when you're on the airplane and they tell you if something happens and the oxygen drops, take some oxygen for yourself before you try to help somebody else. because they ain't going to do you no good to pass out. Who are you going to help then? Same thing now. If you want to be a positive marker in our community, and I don't just mean this community, this Reefing community, but I mean your personal community, your city, your state, your country, the world, you're going to have to breathe some of that positive stuff in. Think of all the possibilities instead of all of the impossibilities. Do something every day that makes your circumstance better. And by your circumstance, I don't necessarily mean things we can't change right now. We don't, you know, a lot of it we don't have control over, like wearing masks in public, staying at home. Those we don't have control over that. Those are rules that we must follow for the health and safety of ourselves and others, right? But the things that you have control over are the things that you need to spend positive time on. Think of the good stuff. Surround yourself with good people and good thoughts and happy vibes and all of those things, because that is all part of cultivating that joy, which is down in your core. It's not, you know, happiness is the surface. We've talked about that in my ever so humble opinion. And joy is something that's deep in our core. And we can build reserves of joy so that when times like these are something we all have to face, we have some reserve we can pull from. We haven't filled our minds and hearts with all the ugly negative things. So we have the ability to share with others the positive things. I think sometimes we spend more time worrying about our struggle and our problems than we do about trying to resolve those problems, the ones that we have control over. Let's see, I'm not caught up. Wow, my comments are not scrolling again this morning. I'm so sorry. Good morning, Lisa. Hey, Tommy. Anita, hi, Miss Hairston, how are you? Right? It is a simple thing. It's not even just one thing, Shannon. It's just in general. Me too, Lori. Me too. We Texans are kind of on lockdown. We can't even go fly anywhere right now without being in quarantine. Right? Now especially is the time that we need uplifting and encouragement. We have no room for negativity or drama right now. Why can't we not just love each other and support each other? Absolutely, Brian. It will change your day. It will also change your life, because what happens, Bobby, I read this years and years ago about habits. It takes about 3 weeks to let go of a habit or to inculcate a habit as part of our daily life. So if we do something positive every day, within 3 weeks, it becomes a habit. You don't even have to think about it. It's kind of like breathing. It's involuntary at that point. This is something I learned back when the kids were little. I took the fruitages of the Spirit. Oh my gosh, this was 25, 30 years ago. And every week for 2 months, a little over 2 months, but for 2 months, I posted one of them on the refrigerator, and that's the spirit that we had to work on that week. You know, love, joy, kindness, goodness, self-control, things like that. And before long, we just looked at the refrigerator, and it reminded us we had to do something joyful, etc. It was really nice, and it helped us all form the habit of thinking about positive things. I live by the serenity prayer. God, grant me the strength to accept the things I cannot change, the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Isn't that the truth, Debbie? There's so many things that we don't have control over, and we just have to, suck it up, cowgirl up. I want to always remember the impact we have on our lives, on viewers. It matters. Absolutely, it does. And if, you know, so y'all know, sometimes I get to doubting and thinking, you know, who the heck do I think I am? Having these talks on Monday morning. And invariably, one of you will send me a message, or like Bobby did her beautiful live for me yesterday. It gave me tears of joy. Not because I felt so great and wonderful, but I thank God that I'm allowed this platform where we can encourage one another. And so I'm reminded then, hey, keep it up. We need this we need to be reminded that we're important and we're valuable, and that we have something positive to offer one another. It does, right, Teresa? It really does. And I do not profess to be anything but me. And, you know, when I've gone through struggles in my life, I always look up to God. It's like, why? Why? You said you're not going to give me more than I can bear. Why do I have to bear this? Well, I came to the realization, actually, when writing the ebook, which is almost done, yes, that perhaps the reason that he allowed the struggles and tribulation, whatever word you want to use, was because he had a plan for me to use those struggles, some, you know, horrific and some normal struggles, to help somebody else through theirs. Maybe someone who didn't have the strength that I was blessed with. And so I've kind of accepted that now. I pray a lot about it, and I pray a lot about, let me see the value in this. Let me see the worth. And also, I did ask him to allow me to leave a legacy of joy, choosing joy, for my children who passed away and for me. Jessica, that is beautifully said. I do always remember that, and that is so true. Another thing I always tell people is, if you are a parent, your children live behind you. So are you setting the tone for them to be able to live an example of positivity even when times are tough? Or are you setting the example, of them being judges and jury of other people? You know, just saying. Yeah, I have actually, I think 6 of them. They're for the Porch Pals, so that we can have our wine together when next time we can actually all get together. Sitting in my china cabinet, and I walk by it every day, and there's 6 cups that tell me choose joy. Good morning, Annette. Bobby is an amazing person. Aw, I'm glad y'all enjoy the birds and the roosters, and they're pretty active this morning, aren't they? Y'all, I'm on a Chick-fil-A. There, it's a too judgmental company. We won't go there, because that's opinions and not facts. So, what can we do today to store up for ourselves some joy and positivity that we might need tomorrow? Well, do positive things. That's it. Good morning, Becky. I'm so glad you're back. Did you do the live with the truck? I did not get to see it if you did. If so, I need to make sure I still have notifications because I did not get one. My Beavis. You know, there's always that fear of the unknown. And I think a lot of us are going through that right now. I worry. I worry so much for my children and grandchildren. I don't worry so much for myself about what's going on. I'm ready for the world to be a better place for everyone. I just think there might be a better way of getting there. And we've lost out on that. I do too, Brian. Almost impossible for these old eyes. When I'm creating, I have to take my glasses off and on, and so I don't always get to see everyone. And Jessie's usually in the background doing 2 or 3 different things at one time, so she misses some of them too. I hope each and every one of you know that you're important to me, even if I don't get to say your name. Like Deanne, good morning. Good morning, Miss Joan. How are you? And the other thing, do you try to solve your own problems, or are you always depending on somebody else to do it for you? Right? We need to work on that. Doesn't mean you don't get the support from friends, but if you're just sitting there on your couch or on your porch or at your desk just stressing about your issues and what's going on outside your door, are you spending too much time worrying? Because worrying isn't going to help you. Worry is going to make you sick. Literally, physically sick is what worry does. And worrying, we all do it. But we need to talk ourselves out of that worry. Let's see. Let's see what Jane says. All the people who chose to share their talent with us through demonstrations have been my sanity during this time. All the bright, sparkling personalities make me happy. When people get negative, it just tears me up emotionally. Same here, Jane. I love all those brave people who share themselves. Oh, Carla, I'm sending you your deal. I don't know if the girls are sending it out today or tomorrow. I'm not there, so. Absolutely. I just, love your enemy as yourself. That resonates with me. I don't really feel like I have enemies, as in a physical person enemy. My enemy is circumstance. My enemy is allowing myself to become, ugly, hateful. I don't understand the hate, but I'm starting to understand the power of hate and what it can do and how it can rip people apart from one another, how it has ended friendships and loyalties, and how it has shown the character of people that have truly disappointed me. I don't understand the hate on any issue on either side. I don't believe in picking sides in any of this. It doesn't seem to me to be a right or wrong. It seems to me to be a humanity issue. We need to come to the table. It needs to be addressed. No matter the color of your skin, it needs to be addressed. If people do not feel validated, if they do not feel important, if they do not feel equal, we need to help them. We need to make the world a place where they can feel that, where they can truly be that. No matter the color of their skin, guys. So I don't feel like I need to take a side. I'm on the side of good. I'm on the side of choosing joy. I'm on the side of making my point the right way, a positive way. I have a very long fuse. It takes me quite a while to get angry or mad enough to cause harm. Unless you attack one of my children or my dear friends. Then, bear claws. But the hate of it, I don't get. I really don't. I don't. Don't allow others to control your emotions. You're the only one that should do it. Teresa, you need that shirt or that sign. I know I do. It's absolutely true. That is where you use that power, that God-given power. I've said it many times. A lot of us don't even know we have that kind of power, but we do. We have the power to walk away. We have the power to only allow good and positive thoughts into our minds. If you know, one bad apple can spoil the whole bunch. It's been said. You're not going to put a good apple in a basket full of rotten ones and they're all going to become good. It's the opposite. So a really good, positive person, if they surround themselves by the negativity, can so easily become negative as well. Right? Let's stop it. Right, Charlene? Choose joy. Yay, Tracy! That's awesome news! Prayers are answered. Deanne is a shining example of joy. Oh, what a blessing, Tracy. I'm so happy for you. Amy, you ain't lying. Some people seem to make it their mission. I agree, Georgia. If you throw your burdens on him, and see, I'm guilty of this. I'll say it. I'm guilty of, at night I say my prayer, I throw my burdens on him, and I feel good, and he's got them, and the next morning I pick up those burdens and start dragging them around again. I constantly have to remind myself, there are some things I have to let go. That's a nice breeze. I hope we get rain out of it. He is, Tracy, he is. So one of the ways we could learn a lesson and teach others a lesson at the same time is by not repeating the behavior that's harmful to ourselves and to others. So, if you were negative or you said something ugly about someone or to someone, if you keep repeating that, you hadn't learned a thing, have you? And you're not teaching a good thing either. But if just those of us that are on here today took the time, every one of us took the time while we were watching a live or reading a post that, there might be some negativity going on or not negativity going on, and just say something positive to that person hosting that live, wow, will it make a difference for them in that moment? And for others watching, because what you've done then is you've taught by example the lesson of posting positivity versus posting ugly stuff, right? Wait a minute, who sold 5 wreaths? Did a crafts fair Saturday. The rainstorms still haven't let up. Sold 5 wreaths before the rain. Congratulations, that's awesome news. Oh yeah, Jess, that is absolutely true. Stop judging others by what someone else says. You could be missing out on a good person. Y'all know my stories. I base my opinion on what some other people said, not just one person, but sometimes others as well. And when I met them, I fell in love with them, and I was so blessed to have them in my life. Remember, your experience with someone may not be positive, okay? move on. But someone else's experience with that person could be positive. So we shouldn't allow the negative experience someone else has to affect our opinion of a human being. Now, if someone blatantly harms someone, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when a relationship goes not well or ends. That person, those persons may have not been good for one another, or their season is simply over. But that doesn't mean it would be the same for you. You know? Give yourself the opportunity to get to know people. Don't allow bad experiences in your life. And this is a lesson I've learned as well. Make you afraid to get close to people. Make you afraid to trust people. Be weary. Do your due diligence, go with your gut kind of thing. But don't miss out on relationships for fear of being hurt or fear of being used or abused. If there are signs of abuse, just saying, not a counselor, but if there are signs of abuse, get out. Boop. So let me take that word out of that situation. But if you have been abused and been in a bad relationship, don't let that make you think there aren't good relationships to be had. Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome. Having a great day, Michelle Joseph. Sun is shining, roosters were crowing, birds were singing their songs. It's been beautiful. Cats are laying around lazy with their feet up. There goes the rooster. So, again, just for clarification purposes, if you are a believer, if you are a Christian, or if you're a Christian, being a believer doesn't necessarily mean we all believe the same thing, though, right? So let me clarify. If you're a Christian or a follower of Christ, remember that he said to take up his yoke, which means he's going to share our burdens with us if we allow it. And he also will take them from us if we give them over. And don't stop trying to pick them up. This is such an unpredictable time we live in. We don't know what's going to happen from one moment to the next, really. But I can tell you this. You can make it through this. We can all make it through this. We are all resilient if we don't get mired down in the ugly, if we don't get mired down in the negativity, if we don't sit on our couch and stare at the stinking news and go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, because that's what I'd be doing. What are we going to do? What's happening out there in the world? I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to fill our feeds on Facebook. We're going to make our phone calls. We're going to write our, whatever it is we do, and we're going to do them with positivity. You can find something positive in your day. You can. Look, guys, I buried 2 children. If I can find positivity, so can you. Absolutely, you can. And if you need to lean on someone to find it, do so. Good morning, Susan. How are you, Miss Galley? Find a friend, Who wants to be a millionaire? Well, we all do that. Who wants to find joy today? Use that find a friend button. Call a friend. Do what you need to do, because I'm going to tell you something. We were all going to be defined about how we behave during this time in our lives. And we're all going through the same stuff. Varying degrees, yes, but some of this is harder on some than others. I mean, I honestly do live a pretty much privileged life. I'm not going to lie. We're having hard times right now, mostly financial, because, no retirement when there's no oil industry for us. So, So we have to work a little harder in other ways to, to get our bills paid. However, that's my struggle. Don't take that burden on you. And I'm not throwing it at you. I'm just saying we all have varying degrees of struggle now. Some people it's financial. Some people it's what's going on right now. Companies are struggling with things, staying open, closing. There's so much struggle. Whatever your struggle is, you will be defined by how you get through it. So if you need support, reach out for it, please. If you believe in prayer, pray for it. Those of us that are able to find positivity without too much thought, throw out positive vibes and keep everyone in our prayers. These are all the things we can do to help one another make it through. Because we got this. And remember, sometimes who you're hanging out with can make your circumstance better or worse. So, if you are hanging out, and by hanging out, I mean television, you're hanging out, you're allowing that in your living room, lives, what you're reading, all of those are things you're hanging out with and you're allowing into your life. It's not just other people. But get rid of the negativity, take a break from it, and give yourself time to rejuvenate, refuel, refresh, all the rewords. And you will be happier for it. Oh, Jess, thank you. Thank y'all. That is so kind of you. Well, I enjoy starting my week with you guys. You are where I refuel. You guys are what gives me hope every day. Believe me, I know that I'm known for choosing joy, and I do 24/7. But there's moments, sometimes a day or two, where it's a struggle to choose that joy because I see everything going on, and my daughter tells me all the time, Mom, quit taking that on. Quit taking on that struggle. You don't need to carry that burden. And it's true, we don't need to carry the burden. We need to carry goodness, kindness. We need to use self-control, one of the fruits of the Spirit, y'all. Just saying. And we need to take these things. We need to learn lessons from one another. Lessons on what to do, what not to do. And even if just us 100 people can do something positive each day, as an example to others, and then they would see that example, and then they do something 100. That pay it forward thing, my God, it will domino, and we'll feel so much better. I will tell you this: there are a lot of bad things going on, a lot of negativity, a lot of things that hurt our hearts for other people more than even for ourselves. But there is so much more good in this world than there is bad. The problem is the bad gets the attention, it gets the notoriety. Be impressed by the good. Loretta and I were blessed to be able to go for a few days away last weekend. We stayed in an area that's predominantly minorities. Actually, we were the minority, and there was not 1 ounce. We didn't feel it. Nobody acted it. And they were drinking. We were all drinking, just saying. There was no acts of unkindness. Everybody was so incredibly kind to one another. It gave that hope that the world is not a horrible place. What's going on is horrible, yes. But I do believe there is so much more good than there is evil. It's up to us to hang with the good and put away the evil and walk away. Because if we do, eventually the evil of it will drown out. Stop being ugly to people who do not believe what you believe. And y'all stop being ugly if I don't believe what you believe. I am not a side taker in this. Now, you put me up against some football and I'll take sides. Some baseball, I'll take sides. Rodeo, I'll take sides. Not in this. This is about humanity, y'all. I'm not taking sides. I believe we should embrace everyone based on who they are as a human being. That's it. And that's what I hope that we can spread as a little Coffee with Dre community. If we can do that, we will affect positive change. And affecting positive change, it's one of those things. If you give tenfold, you get 100-fold back. You know, the Bible talks about, well, that's one of those things. You will be blessed. And then ultimately we'll all be blessed because the world will become a better place. And because if we treat each other the way we should treat one another, these issues that people are protesting about, etc., can be resolved. If we keep treating with hate, we can't resolve. You can't resolve hate with hate. Just saying. So, a house divided against itself cannot stand. So I'm calling out to all of us in America, for sure. We cannot divide ourselves. We need to come together right now. And we need to fix it. It's fixable. Period. Fixable. Let's work on that. All right, you guys. I was on a tangent this morning. His light overtakes the darkness. Amen, Elizabeth. Amen. That's right, Teresa. Walk on. Let's see. My younger son called this morning to tell me he got laid off because of COVID cutbacks. I told him, well, I guess that means I need to work twice as hard so we can get you home. I told, oh wait, it won't let me see more. There it is. So we can get you home. I told positively will overpower all of us. Absolutely, Shannon, it will. It will. There's always something good that we can find. Even those that are faced with job loss. Make sure he files for that unemployment immediately, like before the 30th. Make sure. Anyway, guys, y'all have a blessed rest of your day. Find positivity. Feed your positivity. Feed it to other people. Make them, just shove it on down their throats. Make them digest that positivity. Maybe not in a violent way. Just through your kindness. And I know I have to work at it too. It's not easy in these tough times, y'all. I'm not suggesting that in any way, shape, or form. Shannon, I'm happy for you. I know you want your son home. Spend less time worrying this week, guys. It's better for you mentally and physically. More time being joyful and grateful. You know, sometimes we have to force that attitude of gratitude. But you know what? We woke up. We were granted with another day, with more moments to share, more memories to build. That's a blessing in and of itself. All right? So do the best you can. Oh, Jane, thank you. And thank you for your comments. Very positive. Thank you. Remember, you guys, you're having coffee with me, but this is your place to encourage one another and encourage me. I gained so much inspiration from y'all. You have no idea. Because it isn't always easy to find the positivity. But I promise you there's more good than evil. I promise you. Just look around. And look, if you look for the negative, you're going to find the negative. If you look for the positive, you're going to find the positive. Wow, interesting concept, isn't it? It's all about us. It's all about us and the way we use that power. So that's why I always sign off saying, never give up your power. Don't give it to someone else. Don't give your power to the freaking news media who can't seem to find anything positive. Don't give them the power to bring you down. Don't do it. Don't give people on lives the power to bring you down. Uplift one another. Depend on one another and each other's positive vibes, positive prayers, etc. And always use some of that power to always, always, and yes, always again, choose joy, y'all. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you next week. Bye.